Hello, everybody.
Okay. Do I have Sydney Ware up here? And
I would like to apologize for not being at court on June 9th, but you guys did reschedule my court date 3 to 4 times. By the time I got there on June 9th, I was real tired. Today, I'm looking for a personal bond, honestly, so I can come back and hopefully get probation, or we can get the case over with.
All right, sir. Okay. 1 second. Your attorney's here. You've got a good attorney. Let him do his job. And I thought I saw someone else here on this case as well. Oh, that might be his mother, actually. All right. This is 243224FY, the state of Michigan versus Sydney Ware. Mr. Mahana. Where'd Mr. Mahana go? Mr. Ware, give me just 1 second, okay? I'm waiting for your lawyer. Your lawyer popped out. As soon as they come back, I'll call your case. Mr. Mahana, are you ready on Sydney Ware?
Yes, Judge, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yes. All right, have we heard, can I get your official appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Judge Mahana appearing on behalf of Mr. Sydney Ware, P59371.
Just looking for a personal bond, man, and to come back to trial.
All right, Mr. Ware, let us do this and then your attorney can make your arguments, but I have to ask him some questions. So it looks like on July 24th, my assistant or judicial assistant clerk contacted the forensic center to request the report.
I can see for myself. I never even hired an attorney.
Mr. Ware, listen, okay, but I have to ask certain things to make a record. So give me just a second so I can say these things and then I'll hear you. Hey, no, you wait. Mr. Ware.
I can cooperate 3 to 4 times per month.
All right, I'm going to mute Mr. Ware. I'm muting you so I can handle the hearing. All right, Mr. Mahana and Madam Prosecutor, we received a note that the evaluation was completed. It says on July 24th, there is not a report available for Mr. Ware at this time. He is scheduled to be evaluated today. So that would have been on Friday. The 25th. Oh, I'm sorry.
Thursday.
On Thursday, the 24th. Mr. Mahana, do you know if that took place?
Judge, I called the forensic center this morning and they confirmed that he was interviewed on the 24th.
Okay. So we're just waiting for a report.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right. The reason Mr. Ware, he originally had a personal bond and then he did not appear. There were 2 times that forensic evaluation was scheduled that he didn't appear to, so I didn't have a choice because the forensic center would not schedule another meeting, but that's now occurred. We're awaiting the report. So unless there's an objection by the people, I'm inclined to give him his personal bond back.
Your Honor, the people have no objection. I do ask that he have to be released with the GPS tether just so we can ensure that he returns to court dates.
He's always shown up to court. I mean, we had one instance where he came in the building and he left after a minute, but he's always come. So I'm going to amend the bond to a $15,000 personal bond. All right, Mr. Ware, so you'll be released from custody if this is your only matter, and I believe that it is. These are your bond conditions, Mr. Ware. You're to appear in court as directed. You're not to leave the state without permission of the court. You're not to commit any new crimes while released. You're to immediately notify the court of change of address or phone number.
Okay,
Cannot have any.
Absolutely.
Okay. And Miss Anthony, are you Mr. Ware's family member?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
And will he be returning to your home?
I'm sorry,
Miss Anthony.
Your Honor, you cut out.
Please,
Yes.
yes.
Look at my fancy
I'm on
court clothes.
Miss
I'm on the phone.
Anthony, Miss Anthony,
Yes,
can you
ma'am.
come back home?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so he's to return to his mom's home. Sir, you can't possess or have access to firearms or dangerous
What?
weapons. You cannot consume alcohol or illegal drugs. You may be subject to testing on demand, but he's always shown up to court. I don't think the tethers.
I can't hear
Well-
you. So tight.
So, Miss Anthony, he should be released later today, okay?
Understood. I appreciate it.
All right, and I believe that concludes the hearing.
Judge,
And we'll just adjourn this out. Go ahead, counsel.
Judge, I need Miss Anthony's phone number, please, so I can have contact.
All right,
for
well, I'm
him.
not gonna, I'll put her in a breakout room, Mr. Mahana, and you can speak with her
Please.
right when we're done, okay?
Yes,
So Miss Anthony, don't hang up. I'm going to put you in a room so you can speak to defense counsel. And he can get your contact information, okay? We'll set a control day out. Oh,
Yes,
gosh,
ma'am.
September,
Yes,
8.
ma'am.
1 sec.
I'll go to the breakout room.
All right, just 1 second, Miss Anthony, I'll put you back in a minute. Mr. Mahana, can you come back September 8th at 9 a.m.?
September the 8th is good, Your Honor.
All right, we'll see everyone back for September 8th, just for a status on the competency evaluation, okay?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Thank you.
All right, and yes, and Miss Anthony, we're gonna put you in with Mr. Bahana right now. All right. This is, to your officer Hinojosa, it's 82TA2521602, the state of Michigan versus Michael Joseph Miller. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Can you state your name for the record?
Detective Mario Hinojosa.
Okay, and have you read the type complaint that was filed with the court?
Yes.
Are the facts stated in the complaint true to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes.
Can you state the facts that support the issuance of the arrest warrant?
Yes. On July 24th, 2025 at approximately 8:54 p.m., Officer Ruby Scott was working in an undercover capacity posing as a juvenile female on open source social media platforms. During this time, Officer Scott was on the Meet Me app. While on the app, Officer Scott noticed a message from a person who identified as MJM on their username. Sent a message to her saying, "Hey, how are you doing today?" Officer Scott replied back saying, "Good." They continued speaking back and forth. Mr. Miller stated we should hang out tonight. They then switched over to text messaging. At 5:47 p.m., as Michael and Officer Scott were continued to text, Michael advised that he was working for a moving company as a driver. Officer Scott advised him that she does not have her license yet. Michael stated, "How old are you?" Officer Scott replied, "Are you going to leave me on red if I'm not 18? Mr. Miller then said he did not want to get in trouble. Officer Scott then stated she was turning 16 in October. And then Officer Scott asked Mr. Miller if he was going to be weird about it, because she was under 16. Mr. Miller said, "No, I'm okay." They continued speaking back and forth. Mr. Miller stated, "I'm down for anything, anything fun. I'm lonely and horny, so does that help?" Officer Scott asked him what he wanted to do. Mr. Miller replied, "Walk in the woods and fool around." Officer Scott asked what he meant by fool around. Mr. Miller said, "I just told you if you want to have sex, I'm down." They then discussed back and forth on a meeting spot, and he asked for another picture of Officer Scott. She sent him a edited selfie of herself as a juvenile. Then they coordinated a spot to meet at Heritage Park. Mr. Miller had a black Chevy Traverse. We conducted a lien query as we identified him. And at 7:45 p.m. on July 24th, Mr. Miller's vehicle, the Chevy Traverse, was located at the Heritage Park, where officers were able to identify him as a sole occupant and placed him under arrest.
One second. I need 1 second on count one. All right, my concern is, I mean, let me ask you this. Did you sign the complaint before you sent it over to the court?
Yes.
All right, on counts 2, 3, and 4, I mean, there's something in the investigator's report that supports that probable cause finding. But count 1 has to do with child sexually abusive materials. Prepare, conspire, or arrange for, and when I'm reviewing the statute, I mean, it appears that that is to create sexually abusive materials.
Yeah, because I know this was an issue in the past. I know this one's different than the one because from one of the prior cases like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm reading the statute 2A. A person who persuades, induces, entices, coerces, causes, or knowingly allows a child to engage in child sexually abusive activity for the purpose of producing any child sexually abusive material, or a person who arranges for, produces, makes, copies, reproduces, or finances, or a person who attempts or prepares or conspires to arrange for, produce, make copies, reproduce, or finance any sexually abusive activity or child sexually abusive material for personal distribution or other purposes that that person knows or has reason to know. And then, hold on. And then
Well, it looks like this count 1 is missing the ones that have worked or gone through in the past, is the enticing and stuff like that, where the wording, and it doesn't have that same wording in this count 1 on this warrant.
Yeah. Child sexually abusive activity. Hold on, I'm just thinking this out while I'm looking at it. Give me a second. I just don't want to have to send it back, so I'd rather just look at the.
Would it be under for the like did attempt, you know, or arrange
Well,
for child sexual abusive activity?
Yeah, I see that, but when I read the statute, C2 and 3. Hold on. C2A. I'm reading specifically, this is my concern, detective, the actual statute that they cite here. It has to do with making sexually abusive materials or sexual abusive activity or abusive for personal distribution. And it's talking specifically about materials. Possessing or accessing.
Would it be under that, like, you know, since he's asking for like sexy pictures and everything after the disclosure of being 15?
There you go. All right. All right. That's a good point. It's a probable cause standard, and he did ask her for photographs. So let the record indicate I find probable cause to believe the accused committed the alleged offense, and I'll therefore issue the warrant. And the prosecutor can present that at their preliminary examination. All right. And then we have you remain under oath.
If it's the same similar case.
Yeah, well, if there's that similar fact in there, give me 1 second to sign this for you. So you remain under oath. This is 82TA 2521673, the people of the state of Michigan versus Ayman Ali Al-Ghazali. Detective, can you again state your name for the record?
Detective Mario Hinojosa.
Have you read the type complaint that was filed with the court?
Yes.
Are the facts stated in the complaint true to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes.
Can you state the facts that support the issuance of an arrest warrant?
Yes, on July 25th, 2025, Officer Ruby Scott, while conducting an undercover operation in an undercover capacity as a juvenile female, was on the Meet Me app, and it was on July 24th at 9:40 p.m. She was on the Meet Me app, and she received a message from a person identified as Sam, S-A-M-M, who stated, "Hi, I saw your pictures. You are very beautiful. Where do you live? Can we meet?" The male was later identified as Ayman Al-Ghazali. Ayman then stated, "I'm also ready for anything you ask of me." They continued to reply back and forth. Officer Ayman said, "Where do you want to meet?" at 10:56 a.m. on July 25th to Officer Scott, and Officer Scott asked Ayman if he would care if she was younger. Ayman advised that he was 25, and Officer Scott asked Ayman if he would be mad if she was not 18. He stated no. Officer Scott then stated, "I turned 16 in October, so I'm 15. Ayman stated, "Are you lying?" "I don't think so," and stated that she looked older. And then Officer Scott stated, "I am not lying." And then if he was going to be weird about it, he said no. Ayman then said, "I don't want to waste time. Do you want to meet? Yes or no?" Officer Scott asked Ayman that she had to wait for her mom to leave. And then Ayman asked her to send him pictures of her body. She advised him that she does not send sexy pictures. Ayman then stated, "I want to see your body without clothes on. I will send 2. They continued chatting back and forth. Ayman then stated, "I want to see your udders." And then Officer Scott continued to refuse to send these types of pictures. Ayman then sent 2 pictures of his erect penis to Officer Scott after the disclosure of being 15. Ayman continued to request nude photos and said, "Send me pictures of your vagina." She continued to deny the request. Ayman asked Officer Scott the last time she had sex. Ayman then asked, "Do you like the penis in your vagina or ass?" Officer Scott said, "I've never done ass before. I'm 15. Have you tried?" He said no. Ayman stated, "Did you know that you or girl will touch my penis?" Officer Scott stated, "What? I'm okay with that." Ayman then stated, "Where will we meet?" Then they arranged to meet at Heritage Park around 2 p.m. Officers were able to identify Ayman and identify that he was registered to a Range Rover, which he stated in text that he was driving. He said he would pick her up from the park and take her to a hotel. He then stated he picked her up some chicken to eat. Officers were able to identify the vehicle around 3:30 p.m. on July 25th. They positively identified the plate and fitting his description inside of the vehicle, and he was placed under arrest. Officers were able to recover a phone and identified a chicken sub sandwich uneaten in the front passenger side seat.
All right, did you sign the complaint before you sent it over?
Yes.
All right, let the record indicate I find probable cause to believe the accused committed the alleged offense, and I'll therefore issue the warrant. Thank you, Detective.
Thank you. Your Honor, there's 3 more that they're going to be sending. I don't know if you've heard, we've had some technical issues over here and no AC. But we're trying to get those over as soon as possible. I think Detective Wingrowski will be walking them over shortly.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day, Your Honor.
You too.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.